Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, Supercoach Pro. Today we are looking at the Thursday night team sheets. Somewhat, not all, but just the relevant things. Obviously, I've had a look at the sheets before going live and noticed that a pod in Finlayson has been dropped. So that's huge for people like Shorty and whatnot who wanted a bit of a preseason hype pick. But I actually thought in 85, I didn't get to watch the game because I was watching corresponding game in Dogs v North. I didn't think he'd get dropped looking at it. So obviously he might have leaked goals in that game. And they got belted. So kind of makes sense. You would have thought there'd been more than two changes in the side that got thumped. But that's fair enough. And then Boyd doesn't matter for most of us super coaches because we'll use him as a loop holder. The St Kilda ruckman, he's been dropped. He just looked too slow at AFL level, to be honest. Now, my trades for this week, I'm probably looking at something like two trades or maybe a boost, and it's to get rid of Hasty and Power Pepper. Power Pepper's been named up forward, and Hasty's been dropped. So cash gen is king at the start of the rounds, that's for sure. So I don't think I'll have enough cash by just using Power Pepper and Hasty, so I might have to use Flynn as a cash boost. So if I trade out Flynn, trade out Power Pepper and Hasty, I can bring in O'Driscoll, Nathan O'Driscoll. I can bring in Ashcroft, and I can also bring in Xavier Lindsay. So potentially might do that. I don't know if it's worth the two trades or just three trades and use the boost early on to get my team ahead for the rookies, and then that way next week, if I have to fix Perryman, I will. But other than that, just a quick live in my car, shorty style, as he would do it. But yeah, tomorrow I'm buying a new laptop, so I shouldn't have any issues with the stream. And then I'm getting new internet with Optus next month as well. So hopefully there's no downers in the next month for internet wise. But as for trades, I think it's okay to use a boost. It's not ideal, but if you want to get the right rookies, right cash in, especially the right rookies on your field, after the best 18's finished, you really want to do it before the price rises happen. So for me, yeah, I really want to get Ashcroft for that West Coast game. I think he could ton up. I was saying that on the jump on, jump off segment on SDS channel today. I think he could be absolutely good pick this week. And as for Xavier Lindsay, he's got North Melbourne, so that could be a good game for him as well. Hey, Bills boy, what's going on, mate? Getting Dunkley, Ashcroft, and STK. How are you getting those three? I'd love to know the trades behind that. Hopefully, hot topic, no one's trading out Neil. He should bounce back this week. Dunkley, yeah, I don't know where you're going to get the funds from Dunkley. Sure, he's not Neil down to Dunkley. That's more of a point chase thing because from here on out, they probably average around the same. Is a little bit of concern that he can get tagged to a 40. It's the worst score in like 11 years for Neil. But yeah, that's why I'm keen on Ashcroft against West Coast. We saw what the Gold Coast midfielders did to West Coast. They dropped a couple 130s, even Took playing a half forward / midfield scored 100 and something. So could be juicy fixture. Must get rookies. Probably only Ashcroft out of the lot. O'Driscoll, though, I think he will still go well against Sydney. Just trying to think. Bice, you can wait a week because he's got his bye next week. He's not on the bubble. So he's a Sydney defender I'm very keen on. And then forward, I've got to make sure Dolan's not sub because he looks like he might be sub. As for the Richmond team sheets, I'm reading that probably Caleb Smith is sub for that game. What have you got here, Bills boys? Excuse me. So he's got Perry, SDK, Kera. Yeah, okay, for Dunkley, Hannes Ashcroft. Had already in the bank. Yeah, okay. Fair enough, yep. Right, Perryman's a hot topic. Like, I'm inclined just to hold him for one more week, see what he does against Dogs. Maybe he tags Richards, not too sure, or Wibber. But if one of them sticks at half forward flank, yeah, Perryman's role might just not be the greatest that we thought it would have been because Tagoe comes back. Surely Penderbury is not sub again, so the CBA is probably Nedalong gets affected most by the CBAs, I'd say. point chasing a bit, not gonna lie. Yeah, potentially, but sometimes you just gotta back your gut. There's a lot of advice out there and, yeah, you should trade this or you shouldn't, but that's the back of people being biased too. Like, if your gut feel says that you should do these trades, just go with it. Who cares what other people say? If at the end of the day, especially early on, you wanna get your side, um, obviously corrected round 1 and round 2, and then probably leave it for about a month until you've got enough cash gen to upgrade your side slowly. So first 2 weeks are probably the most crucial, followed by just having a month off of trades, in all honesty. There's no point, yeah, jumping off picks the week after next because, yeah, it's just going to be a bit of a waste, to be honest. Just do it before the price rises. Next week, I'm planning on getting Lindsay, Bias, and maybe Hewitt. Yeah, okay. I might have started the wrong rookies by the sounds of it with all this trading too. I think I want about 3 or 4 players. I just haven't worked out whether I'm going to use 2 trades or 3. But definitely Hasty has nominated himself out with what Ross Lyon's done. Flynn, it's hard to tell. BJ Williams, if his name's tomorrow at 5 p.m. on the Sunday sheet, I'm definitely not going to hold Flynn with BJ Williams in the side. There's no way. I'm happy to get rid of the flex, use the cash to a nod, and get the best rookie midfielders, and then swap them each week. It means I can leave like someone like Foss, Sutherland on the bench instead of playing him, so I could play like Nevitt, Ashcroft, Nod, all on the midfield bench there. So I think I have 5 deep for primos in the mid. So one's always going to miss out, but the other one's going to be in the flex position. So I should be okay. I should have a strong midfield if I do that. But yeah, I forgot the other boys doing the drive home, hence why there's not a lot of chat in here. So I'll probably just leave it as is, I reckon. Unless there's anything coming through. So it's a short one. I'm probably going to take tomorrow off. I've been feeling a bit shit house anyway, so I'll make sure I go live on the new laptop then. At I'm going to say about 5 o'clock to discuss the final team sheets and just talk a general chit chat with the new laptop. So do that. What do you got for me, Bills boys? Who do you like out of Houston, Whitfield, and Holmes? Probably Houston, to be honest. But he's got the bye next week. That's annoying. If you're not including their buys, probably Houston. If you're counting their buys, then you're going Holmes. That's for sure. Because Whitfield's on the bye, of course. Holmes won't be. But out of those picks, take away the buys, depending when you're going for this pick. Actually, like Houston the most. Don't know, just gut feel. But yeah, all 3 are really good. Holmes is probably better for value. So yeah, honestly, either all those players are really good. You're not going to go wrong with any of them. G'day Josh. He says, "G'day lad. Unlucky for people who went for Hasty. I went for Hasty just because I had nothing else around the mark. I didn't think to really go Henderson because I wasn't sure if he was going to be a sub or something like that. So yeah, not too sure. Whitfield 120 post by average. Yeah, well, that could be good. Like, I know he's got a good fixture. I think he shares the kickouts with Lockie Ash, so he's still a good pick. And I definitely look to use the ball in his hands, so he's not a bad shout at all. Whitfield's got the ceiling, and so does Houston, really. Those two got more of a ceiling than Holmes does, in my opinion. Just depends whether you want to pay up for those guys. You want them to come down in price a little bit because value-wise, like Holmes is a win every day of the week. But yeah, for me, I'm still thinking Power Pepper out, Hasty out, Flynn out for Nod, Ashcroft, and Xavier Lindsay is my trades this week. I think I won't know till tomorrow night if I'm completely honest. I just, yeah. Who is going to score better this week, Stewart or Baz? Probably Baz. Yeah, I think Bailey Smith. Either way, I'm going to get the other next week. Which one? Oh, okay. Well, if you can put it like that, Baz could get tagged. I know what Ross Lyons said today that they'll put time into him. So if that's a Winhager tag, that's a potential of him getting like an 80 or 90 with the tag. Whereas Stewart won't get tagged at all. So That's a hard one, mate. Probably Baz because he's highly owned. So if he goes nuts again, it's going to be against you. Hmm. Went towards Stewart. Stewart was good. He was probably going to get like a 110, 115 if he hadn't have come off in that first or second quarter with that knock. I can't remember which quarter it was. He came off like 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure it was the end of the first. So he's still a good scorer. He's got CBAs and he took 2 kickouts, I think. Bill Stewart is okay, another good option. Yeah, he definitely is. I've been looking at Perryman for Stewart, to be honest, as well. So, yeah, big call. SDK tonight, VC, or do you go Rosie? I'll have to have a look at. Actually, it's raining right now. I might go SDK. There might be a lot of hitouts tonight, being a wet ground, swappy, spoils. I might go SDK into Rosie, or I could have gone Rosie into Zorko, but Rosie, I feel like still going to get like a 120 against Richmond, even if McIntosh tags him. But sorry, TDK, sorry, not SDK. Did I just say SDK? I butchered that. SDK tonight. No, I don't have Rankin. He's the only one I literally don't have primo wise. I'm getting burnt by a little bit. He's in 20-something% sides. Don't have him. TDK, yeah, yep. Sorry, TDK against Meek in the wet. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of stoppages. But does that affect his efficiency? You probably risk it. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm unsure now because I didn't really think of the weather tonight. So, yeah, I think he's going to be a huge VC tonight, TDK. I swear, if I say SDK one more time, I'm losing my mind. Yeah, centre teams are out. Not a lot of huge outs. Tell you what, if Sidus is named sub, I'm going to be really annoyed at the coach there, Scotty. Ashcroft with the orange sign. He'll be fine. He'll definitely play. There's no way he doesn't play. No way. I'll probably go in the next 5 minutes, that is for sure. I'm spewing that Finn Callahan, my boy, is so highly picked and he's got his bye this week. It's had annoying. And Perryman's one that you could jump off because then you can anti-pod him as well. So the tagging role 2 rounds in is hugely concerning. So if I don't get rid of him this week and he scores poorly tomorrow night, I'll definitely save some cash in the bank to trade him out next week. But I want to get the rookies right first. I don't really want to jump off a primo because we saw what happened to Hayden Young and Nick Martin last year. They had a poor score round 1 and everyone got off them and then they brought him in again. I think I was one of them. So, yeah, I think we can be a little bit reactionary to primo scoring. So I want one more look at Perryman players like that. However, if I see like pre-game that I hear the coach talking about Perryman going for a tag, I'm out of that pick at that night because his break-even 77. So what to think about. SDK against Boyd. Would you want to jump on? No. Boyd's not playing. It's just versing Marshall, underdone Marshall. So SDK against Boyd. I think if you're going to jump on the Sam DeConning, it's this week because the next 3 weeks after that, he's got like Maxi Gorn, O'Brien, and Oscar McInerney. So he's got hard ruck matchups, and they could bring in Stanley at some point. So, yeah, SDK is probably now or never. But then you do 2 things by waiting for Perryman. You see who the better option is out of SDK. You also get to see the team sheets next week if he's named with Stanley. And you also get to see if Fraser's taking any kickouts next week. So you sort of get 2 sample sizes. One of the player you want to upgrade or downgrade to, and 2, the exact role of Perryman. It's on a Friday night. You can't miss it. True. And then he says, can fade to Mills when he gets back. Yeah, is Mills going to be sustainable, though? Is he going to be sub? Like, I don't think Mills is the be-all and end-all for our problems come round 4 or 5. It's concerning. Like, at least we get two or 3 looks at it before grabbing in a Mills type if one of our picks fail. So, yeah, it's definitely an interesting time this week. Like, this week you got to nail your rookies. Next week, same thing. And then after that, you just hold, in my opinion. So, also, if you didn't check out the video for Jump On and Jump Off on SDS Supercoach channel, Steve there, jump onto that, and we talk about all the rookies anyway this week. So that was about a half-an-hour video. you'll probably get through pretty quickly. Josh, but realistically, there just isn't the same upside for Perryman like there is, mate. Yeah, look, I'm not going to say that's wrong at all. It's very, very true. And at least Martin and Young didn't get tagging roles that they had to do. So, yeah, it's very true. It's just, I don't have enough. I've got enough money to go up to a Tom Stewart for Perryman, and now you guys are going to talk me into this. I'll share my team tomorrow night when I go live and buy this new laptop. And I'll show you my thoughts then and maybe run through our sides and go through it that way. But yeah, now I feel like I'm just going to be on the Perryman train to trade. But yeah, we've got to see what's going on with that pick because that's very concerning. All right, I think I'm almost out of here. So unless you got anything else, I'll call it a night. I'll watch the game at work. Hopefully my boy Chera can go all right. I know there's a few people wanting to get rid of him because he's been moved back to a halfback flank, so that's concerning as well. The only good thing is DPP round 6, if he plays halfback flank role for the next 5 rounds, we could be laughing because he could be a fine D6. And in all honesty, I wouldn't be trading him because I think he can go realistically between 95 and 102 if he's in the back line. And it's a bruise-free role, so it's probably good for his hammies. I don't actually hate it. Hopefully he's the guy they kick to in the kick out, so that short chip to him, he leads up and he can be a part of a scoring chain or something like that. So, Jack, I'm good, mate. I'm just about out of here. I forgot there's another live stream on a Thursday night too, so it's it's too hard to try to compete with the big lads. So I'm about to jump out, go have some dinner, and then whatever. We're glad to see you guys in the chat anyway, regardless. I'll also go live Sunday night after the last game of the round because that was huge last time. I had like 64 in the chat at one time, so that was unreal. I'll have a good Sunday night live. No stress. Took my time getting on. That's all right, mate. No worries at all. I really want to get I was in the stream of hippos the other day. I really want to get into a hippo stream one day, so I might message him on Twitter sometime soon. Especially if Carlton lose tonight, jump on a stream with him on Sunday night, see if he wants to jump on, or even Saturday night if he wants to jump on a stream, because he would be losing his absolute nut if the Blues lost. And I'd love nothing more to have a team up with that. That'd be amazing. Especially if my Tigers lose the same night against Port Adelaide and his Blues have lost a couple of nights before. That's going to be a lot of testosterone fueled. Just nightmares for the stream. But I'm willing to take the risk. I won't bleep out anything he says because me and him, I feel like we can go on some tangents and we can drop some bombs, so that's fine in terms of language. But anyway, the trades I just sense I'm still confused. I'll have a look at them shortly. Maybe just one Pyramid to Baz. I like that one. Yeah, nothing funnier than a raging hippo. If I rage, my dad just tells me he's not watching my videos for the next couple, so I can't rage too often. But on a live, I can. It's different. He doesn't watch my lives. Jack, yeah, all right. I'll inbox him on Twitter then tonight and see if he wants to do a stream this weekend. And yeah, if he doesn't, it'll just be me. But I'll try to get Hippo about see what happens. I think it'll be a funny bugger. I'll ask him if he still thinks Stewart is a trap. Pretty sure he's happy on Stewart though. Bill boys, yeah, that would be funny. Rage fest. It would be. Imagine a rage like between my Stewart rages and my Macintosh rages and his Blues rages. It'd be funny. Shorty sent me a quick message. Finlayson dropped. He's raging. He was in his flex. Oh, poor Shorty. Shorty's pod's always getting stitched up. He went a year or two early on Ginby, but Gimby's a bloody team Nick Blakey. Gimby's so bad, but that's whatever. Hopefully I get to see Shorty for a stream too. I'll tee up something with him and then that goal kicking fit video that we do in Geelong. Hopefully we do that in Melbourne this year. And you guys get around us. I don't know if next weekend I want to go to St Kilda and Richmond. They're our bogey side. So if Richmond win against Port Adelaide, I might go to the St Kilda Richmond game and see who's out and about and I don't know, do something from there. Anyway, it's almost me for 20 minutes. So I am out of here. I'll listen to the game at work on my phone, and then I'll see the game the night after at home. So thanks all for watching. I might do a team preview tomorrow. Just depends how relevant it will be. But yeah, see how we go. But I'll definitely jump on a live at about 5 p.m. tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and sub if you haven't already. Appreciate all the comments in the chat, even though it's only a small stream. Appreciate it. Cheers.